Meta just hit 1 billion monthly AI users. OpenAI has 900 million weekly users, and Google AI reaches 1.5 billion people through search alone. The AI user wars are no longer theoretical. They are being fought right now at a scale nobody predicted even 12 months ago. And for investors, the implications are enormous. Welcome back to AI Assets, your daily source for the sharpest AI investment intelligence. Today we are breaking down what Meta reaching 1 billion monthly AI users really means, not just as a tech headline, but as a direct investment signal that changes how you should be thinking about Meta, OpenAI, and the entire AI consumer landscape. Here are the facts. Mark Zuckerberg announced at Meta's shareholder meeting that Meta AI has now surpassed 1 billion monthly active users across its family of apps: Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. That number doubled from 500 million users in just 8 months. To put that growth rate in perspective, it took ChatGPT 2 full years to reach 100 million users. Meta AI crossed 1 billion in less than 18 months from launch. And the reach is not slowing down. WhatsApp is the fastest-growing platform for Meta AI engagement, according to Meta CFO Susan Lee. WhatsApp alone has over 3 billion monthly active users globally, meaning Meta AI has barely scratched its own distribution surface. Now compare that to OpenAI. ChatGPT has 900 million weekly active users, an impressive number, but it is a weekly figure, not monthly. OpenAI is carefully framing its metrics ahead of its own IPO to look as strong as possible. The honest comparison: Meta AI has roughly 1 billion people encountering it every month. ChatGPT has a deeply engaged core user base of several hundred million who actively open the app and seek it out. These are two completely different user relationships, and understanding that difference is the most important thing for investors right now. Now let's get into the investor context, because this milestone is not just a vanity metric. Meta is currently trading near all-time highs with a market cap around $1.7 trillion. The stock is up over 30% in the past 12 months. And yet most analysts are still modeling Meta's AI revenue as a small, speculative upside. That is wrong. And the 1 billion user number is the evidence. Here is the direct revenue chain. Meta's AI is embedded inside the same apps where it already generates $160 billion annually in advertising revenue. Every Meta AI interaction gives the company a new data signal about that user's interests, intent, and behavior, which feeds directly into its advertising algorithm. This is a flywheel that OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google cannot replicate at anything close to Meta's scale. Meta has also projected that its generative AI products could generate between $460 billion and $1.4 trillion in cumulative revenue by 2035. Even at the low end of that range, it is transformational for a company that many investors still think of primarily as a social media platform. And then there is the subscription angle. Zuckerberg has already hinted at paid features for Meta AI. At 1 billion monthly users, even a 2% conversion rate to a $10 per month paid tier generates $2.4 billion in annual subscription revenue, pure, high-margin revenue on top of the advertising machine. The stock that benefits most directly is Meta itself. But there are 3 second-order beneficiaries that are being completely overlooked. First, Nvidia. Meta has committed between $125 billion and $145 billion in AI capital expenditure for 2026, with the majority going to Nvidia GPU clusters across 30 new data centers being built this year. More Meta AI users means more inference compute demand, means more Nvidia chips. The Meta-Nvidia revenue relationship is one of the most underappreciated dynamics in the market right now. Second, Llama's open-source ecosystem. Meta AI runs on Llama 4, Meta's own open-source large language model. Unlike OpenAI and Anthropic, Meta gives Llama away for free. That strategy is creating a massive ecosystem of enterprise deployments that generates indirect value for Meta through data partnerships, cloud relationships, and enterprise software integrations. Third, the advertising technology stack. Companies like The Trade Desk and Magnite, which operate programmatic advertising infrastructure, benefit every time Meta's AI improves its targeting precision. Better AI means better ad performance, means higher spending on Meta's platform, means more volume flowing through the ad tech ecosystem. Here is what the market is completely missing about this story. Every headline about Meta AI reaching 1 billion users frames it as a competition with ChatGPT. Who has more users? Who is winning the AI race? That is the wrong question entirely. Meta AI and ChatGPT are not competing for the same user. They serve fundamentally different purposes. ChatGPT users actively seek out AI assistance. They open the app with a task in mind: writing, coding, research, analysis. They pay $20 a month for it. They are power users with high intent and high willingness to pay. Meta AI users encounter AI while scrolling their social feed or messaging a friend. The AI is ambient, embedded, frictionless. Most of them don't even think of it as using AI. The financial implications are completely different. ChatGPT users generate subscription revenue. Meta AI users generate advertising revenue. Both are massive businesses, but they are structurally different. The risk nobody is talking about. Meta's 1 billion number includes millions of users who never intentionally triggered the AI. WhatsApp auto-completes messages using AI. Instagram's recommendation algorithm is powered by AI. When Meta says 1 billion people use Meta AI, the definition of use is doing a lot of heavy lifting. If OpenAI or investors scrutinize this number before the OpenAI IPO, and they will, it could undermine the entire user count arms race that the AI industry has been running all year. And that could reset valuation expectations for OpenAI's IPO in ways the market is not prepared for. So what happens next, and how do you position yourself? 3 events to watch closely. First, Meta's Q2 earnings expected in late July. This will be the first earnings call where Meta must explain how 1 billion AI users translates into measurable revenue. If Zuckerberg cannot show a direct line from AI users to advertising revenue growth, the stock will face selling pressure regardless of the user number. Watch the revenue per user metric closely. That is the only number that matters. Second, OpenAI's S1 prospectus going public, expected before any roadshow in August or September. When OpenAI's financials become public, the market will for the first time be able to do a direct side-by-side comparison of OpenAI subscription revenue versus Meta AI advertising revenue. That document will likely be one of the most read financial filings in years, and it will reshape how investors think about AI monetization models across the board. Third, Meta's standalone AI app growth. Launched in April, the Meta AI app is the first time users can interact with Meta AI outside of Facebook and Instagram. Watch its App Store and Google Play ranking monthly. If it climbs into the top 10 productivity apps globally by Q3, it signals that Meta AI is transitioning from passive embedded AI to active user-chosen AI, which dramatically improves its subscription conversion potential and changes the competitive landscape with ChatGPT entirely. The smart positioning strategy right now is straightforward. Meta is the most undervalued player in the AI consumer wars relative to the scale of its distribution advantage. It has 1 billion users, a self-funding advertising engine, and the cheapest cost structure of any major AI company because it gives its model away for free. Buying Meta today is buying a $1.7 trillion company that is quietly building the infrastructure to become the default AI for half the world's internet users, mostly for free. For Nvidia exposure, Meta's $145 billion capex commitment makes it one of Nvidia's 3 largest customers in 2026, alongside Microsoft and Google. Owning Nvidia is owning a piece of every Meta GPU cluster being built right now. 1 billion monthly users. A free AI embedded inside apps that 3 billion people already open every day. And a monetization engine that does not depend on charging users a single dollar. Meta is not just winning the AI user race. It is playing a completely different game. And most investors have not figured that out yet. If today's breakdown changed how you think about Meta and the AI user wars, subscribe to AI Assets right now.